I don't think having 20 or 30% in any one given stock is wise. I mentioned earlier about the person that worked at an energy company, and 95% of their assets were in their own company stock, and they think it's going to the moon and they'll never sell it until it does. They've been up to a point where they could have retired happily if they'd have just sold out a few months ago, and now they're kind of probably on that wire of where they're balancing whether they can retire or not. If it doesn't come back, they're up a creek. I had clients back in the Enron days. I remember I met a lady. I had an office in Yuma way back in the day, and there was a lady down there who had moved from Southern California. Her husband had worked for Enron, and Enron was starting to have some kind of questionable situations, and she had all of her money. It was about $350,000 30 or 40 years ago. That was a lot of money. Well, over the next year or two, we found out that Enron was kind of a scam. They were pulling the parts together, reselling them and overvaluing them and doing some really creative accounting that made the sum of the parts were so much more valuable than the whole. And in reality, the sum of the parts weren't any value at all, and it crushed. They got crushed. So she was crushed. I remember going back to look for her when I was back down there, and I wanted to just see how she was doing. And I saw her house for sale. Her neighbor said that she had moved back in with her kids in California. So that's retirement failure, putting all your eggs in one basket, even if it looks like the best company ever.